What's the hardest struggle you believe you've gone through in life?
I think we know the answer to this one, don't we? It's going to be the struggle to stop taking heroin. Easily the hardest thing I've ever been through, physically, emotionally, psychologically, spiritually, because I went in and out of a lot of rehabs and recovery centres when I was younger, and I used to laugh at these people who were like, Jesus has saved me, you know, and I knew I've always known what heroin withdrawal's like since I was a kid. So I always felt that these people, I don't know if you've ever seen these testimonial videos from churches, but there's always one guy or lady who's like, I was in the thrall of drugs and I asked Jesus to help me and he did. And then my symptoms went away. No, they didn't. There's absolutely no way that'd be a bona fide miracle.
A lot of it is fake. A lot of it.
Yeah, a lot of it's shit, mate. So I just felt like if all of these people are lying, then what's the point in trying to use faith as a weapon against addiction? You know. But then I started to develop my own relationship with Jesus, if you like, when I was about early mid-20s. And there was a couple of books that I read on the recommendation of somebody, funnily enough, who's an avowed atheist, but he could see in me that I wanted some kind of relationship with God, you know. So he recommended that I read, you know, C.S. Lewis, the Narnia books, Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe and all that.
I know the books, but I've never read them myself.
Well, the author of those also wrote, he was a great theologian, and he wrote books about Jesus, God, and he wrote this book called The Screwtape Letters, and The Screwtape Letters is basically a long letter from the devil. But it's a great eye opener if you know there's bits of the Bible that you haven't really understood. And he also wrote a book. This one's far more popular. You might have heard of this one called Mere Christianity. And Mere Christianity is basically it's like how do you live in the image of Christ? You know, which I really struggle to do, obviously.
We all need to be
yeah, it's hard. It's hard. You Christian yourself?
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
Right.
I struggle with my own thing.
It's difficult, isn't it? It's really difficult. And there's so many different levels. Like some people in the Catholic faith would say that I'm not a very good Christian because I swear or because I smoke. You know, and as far as I'm concerned, that's got fucking nothing to do with anything. Because it doesn't say anywhere in the Bible don't swear or don't smoke. You know, in fact, there's that famous line that the Rastafari pick out the Bible where it says God made the herbs for the use of the man. So if it's a herb, you know, it's for the use of the man. But I really at that time didn't really have a relationship with Christ. But I read those books, particularly Mere Christianity, and thought, you know what, I'm going to go back to the Bible. And almost as if by magic, those lessons in the Bible started to feel relevant. You know, probably because reading Mere Christianity had allowed me to establish a relationship with Christ. I was sort of adrift before.